Okay everybody, this is the complete transformation process for Iron Factory's drill of Amduscias, which is a legend scale version of Drillhorn from Transformers Generation 1 liokaiser combiner. Just a reminder, this is only the transformation process. The review has separately been uploaded, and also I want this to be as descriptive as possible because it is quite tricky. So we're going to start off with, to be honest, take off the breast master plate or the actual figure because it will make things a little easier. Then you're going to lift the arms up. Now make sure you've got the closed fists. The open hands, for obvious reasons, won't tuck in there nowhere near as neatly as you need them to be. So take the fists, tuck them into the forearm gaps like so. Then you can hold the whole back part here. You can start to bring this back, and we need to then carefully pop the head into this cutout. Now don't be surprised or worried if your head does indeed come off the ball and socket joint whilst doing this, because mine's done it loads of times. So what you need to do is you need to sort of angle it back first. That's it. So you miss everything, and then you can push it up, and then it will be covered up, no problem whatsoever, and clip back down. Right, so let's just bring the arms down now. I'll clip that back down in a second. It's not because it's getting in the way, it's just because of the way that I've moved it. See what I mean? Right, now we're going to take the arms and just start to guide these up like so. Then this will just, it doesn't fit like clip in, but it just sort of lies snugly into the little cutout that is there. So once they're there, then you need to disconnect this whole part here, then fold out this. This is going to come down and cover up the side of this, so make sure that's flat. Fold this over, and then you've got a little hole there where this is going to tab in. So bring this around, tab that into there, and that bit from the side again has come around as well perfectly. So you see how that's rested in without us having to do anything extra like I said it would. Then again, disconnect from the back, fold this part over. I nearly forgot that. This will come down, cover up the forearm, this will come over, and then this will tab there as well. So that's pretty much, as you can tell, most of the front done. Take the drill point, bring this over, and indeed tab this into position. You can see there, and then you might as well take the roof part, bring this on the hinge forward, and tab this in there as well. That is definitely the front part done. Right, now don't be surprised if things pop off the ball and sockets here as well. That's completely normal, unfortunately. Take these little hatches, lift these up first. Sometimes they do stick in quite well. That's just a tiny little screwdriver. Then we're going to take the heel sprue and indeed the treads. Now carefully, I've managed to get this a few times now. If you just lift this up, see that ball and socket there, bring it out of the way. What we're looking to do now, bring this leg back, collapse it over itself, make sure that that just misses there. There you go. If you have to turn the leg out, that's fine, then bring it back in. But what you've got to do is make sure that it comes all the way over, so flatten that right down inside itself. If you don't do that, you'll never be able to close this, which, as you can see, I actually can't at the moment anyway. So I need to bring the whole leg back, line all this up so it does in fact lie flat. So let's see where I went wrong. There it comes over. Push this all the way down inside there. That's better, and now that will close up over. So then you can turn your attention to the treads and open this out there on the ball and socket, spin it round. As you're doing that, just line that up there. That was the heel sprue. There's a tiny little tab there. Bring this over, lift it up, and tab it into position. At the same time, take your actual foot from the robot mode and then just lift this up there and angle it downwards for now, because you're going to tab this all together like that in a second, which I've just done. You don't really need to, but it is going to come apart when I do the other leg, so don't worry if it does. That's why I've just got it ready. So same principle on this side. This needs to be lifted up, the treads need to be untabbed from there, and then carefully lifted up on this ball and socket, which is under there. You can see this hinge bringing it out. There we go. Once we've brought it out, I'm going to spin it round out of the way, away enough so I can bring this over, close it over on itself, and then you've got to do that same principle of pushing it right back in so it's nice and flush. I'm also now going to tab the back parts together like so. That unfortunately definitely isn't low enough. I can tell that already. So forcefully push right there on the thigh. See how that's not closing? So I'm going to open this up again. So just simply like that. In fact, let's move these whole treads out of the way. This needs to be pushed right inside, as tough as it'll go and as low as it'll go. It really can be quite awkward, to be honest, to forcefully get that flat. There we go. You can see that was going in. So now that'll close. Perfect. Take the treads, lift these over. For anybody watching this who doesn't collect legend scale figures, yeah, they don't make these very easy. Take the treads, line that up so it's flush, spin this around like so, tab this in to here, and that's the back done. Now it's just a case of tidying it all up. So tab these tabs at the back of the vehicle together, and then remember we're going to angle the feet down just a little bit into there like so. And this one, oh, that one's just a little too high. Lift it up slightly forward underneath there like so. Tab the side in. Oh, that's the toes getting caught there. There we go. And push round on the other side, and there we go. There is the alternate mode. So thankfully taking him back to robot mode is that bit easier. So just disconnect this there via them two tabs, and make sure the actual toes, I suppose, are completely out of the way. If you turn your attention to these flaps on the underside, you can't pull them all the way up yet because the tracks are in the way. So you're going to have to disconnect this via this tab here. It's on the back. Oh, I've popped that off. I'm going to pop it back on. It's gone on. Okay, disconnect that there. Lift it up. I've popped it off again. Right, let's move it out of the way like so. So now I can get this tab, lift it up, and then we can bring this one all the way out. Let's separate the legs, bring it all the way out like so. Right, now I can straighten the leg up enough so that this will then close again. I haven't got it just yet. There you go, that tabs in. Rotate this around, and what you need to do now is you need to get out this heel sprue. This is really quite awkward as well, and it sometimes tricks me which way I need to push. So fold that out there, then collapse it over itself, rotate it round, and then we're looking to slot it into the back of the leg like so. And there's your heel sprue, and then that will also tab there. Oh, just missed it. It will tab into this, he says. There you go as well. Now bring the foot down. There we go. One leg done. Same process on this side. Lift this up ever so slightly, then take these, lift this up, bring it out of the way, make sure that's definitely out of the way, rotate this through, straighten the leg all the way up. See how you move this whole black part there? That's the bit that you need to move all the way forward for both modes. So once it's all the way forward, that'll click into position. Then we need to rotate this down. We need to get the heel sprue out, so turn it that way, collapse it over on itself, and then we're looking to turn and tuck it in here, and then this tab will tab in there. That side was much easier. Bring the feet down, and they are the legs. That was quite simple. I probably just jinxed myself. I'm going to now carefully take this off here. Now sometimes it works if you just push enough pressure onto there, but if we lift this bit up first, there you go, ball and socket straight out. I was hoping that that would give enough momentum, but it didn't. I'm going to leave that off for now. That's what I was trying to do. Get this bit up, collapse it back down over itself. Now we can bring this up and then reattach via there. This should tab in, no issues. And then just bring it right over itself out of the way. Open up the treads, open these all the way up like so. Don't forget to fold these over. Fold these over. I'm going to get the head out now before we forget. Bring this all the way back. There's a little tab there, thankfully, which will help you pull the head out, he says, and typically it's gone and knocked it off the ball and socket joint. So what I'm going to do is still bring it forward. I'm going to take out the head and we will reattach it in a second. I don't know what it is with Iron Factory. They just sometimes, maybe the tolerances are just slightly off. Bring this down, collapse it. It's a shame because it doesn't take anything away from the figure. And I don't imagine that's clicked in straight away, that many people are going to be, perhaps, for want of a better word, playing with these. I've just pulled the fist out of there. I'm going to do the same on this side. I mean, obviously you need to, and you probably will be transforming it between each mode because it's fun, but I don't think many people will be actually playing with it. So maybe they'll get away with the ball and sockets because of that. Right, straighten out the hips. Bring the drill treads, collapse them over down on themselves like so. Make sure that bit's folded over, which it is. Bring this down, collapsed over itself like that. And to be honest, I forgot to put that back on in the other mode, but you can if you wanted to, and of course you can now. But there you go, he's back in robot mode. Hope this helped you out because it is rather finicky. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.